Lying at the foot of the Musenberg Mountains, the Oder Robkral estate was first established by Brendan Ashley Cooper's grandfather. 70 years on, his grandson has turned the property into one of the names in quality honey and hive products. The heart of an operation with 900 hives across the Boerland, you need to approach with a cautious interest.
This is such a gorgeous location. What makes it ideal for honey farming?
Bee farmers look for food for their bees. So in the summertime, we're looking for eucalyptus trees, which we have plenty of around here. And we look for places that are warm and where there's not a lot of activity because bees sting.
So next season.
But NASA has kindly come to the rescue.
Blast off. One. Feels a bit like an astronaut.
If you're intent on not minding your own beeswax, you'd better kit up well. Brendan's locations can each host from 12 to 26 hives, depending on how rich the bees' food source is in the area.
When I was a child, I grew up with bees, and in 1994, I ended up in Israel with a bee farmer for a year and a half. And that is where it all started.
If a pack of 20s warns against the health risks of smoking, the buzz of a hive is its own warning of clear and present danger.
I'm feeling very safe wearing these gloves, but I noticed that you're not wearing any.
I have been stung so many times that I'm so used to it that it doesn't bother me as much as it might bother you.
After all the trepidation, it happened without harm to bee or human.
There we go.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that is incredible.
This honey is not ready for taking off yet.
How do you know when it's actually ready?
The bees put a thin layer of wax over the honey to say that it's ripe.
Worker bees scout the surrounding flora and return to communicate by a series of dances where the most attractive nectar and pollen sources are. Once retrieved, it's handed to house bees, who pre-digest it in their honey sacs and deposit it into the wax comb cells. They evaporate the excess moisture by buzzing the hive to 35 degrees, ultimately giving you honey.
Isn't that amazing? So what we got here is a thin layer of wax, and you just stick your finger into it.
Actually breaking the wax.
Once at a safe distance, you get braver about raiding the bees' pantry.
How good is that?
Can I have another one?
Please do.
This is the best, freshest honey I've ever had.
The bees create a carbohydrate energy source in nature's most efficient form. And, as any bear will tell you, it's rather tasty.
What about the hole that I've just made in the honeycomb?
Don't worry about it. The bees are really forgiving, and they're going to patch it up as soon as I pop it back in the hive.
Well, in that case, I'll have some more. Thanks, bees.
Honey would stand as a food business on its taste alone, but the added value of health benefits make it a must for any home. It's an efficient antibiotic and is said to kill germs. Brendan's wife, Janice, has all the info on hand.
Joe, that's your more common honey. That's your eucalyptus honey. And if you pick up the eucalyptus and smell it, you can actually smell the honey.
Oh, absolutely.
This is an autumn feinbush honey. Just look at the difference in the color. Quite a fruity, dark honey. A lot of men prefer this flavor. Ladies don't seem to like it so much. I'm going to give you a little bit of a taste of our crystallized honey. This is the raw, untreated, unfiltered honey. It's full of propolis and pollen. Very good for people that have got allergies, because it's important for people who get hay fever to take honey that's been sourced from their area.
Well, if it's that good for the inside, it must be great for the outside too.
Enter Petra Gordon, who has taken beeswax and created a chemical and fragrant-free cosmetic healing balm.
Your honey and your beeswax, your pollen and your propolis, they carry a natural antifungal, antiviral, antibiotic agent. There's also natural cortisone in here. So we're looking really at alternate treatment here for skincare, and this really helps with an amazing range of skin disorders, and it's also a wonderful beauty product.
Now this hand looks 5 years younger than this one.
Well done.
I think I need on the other hand too.
An entirely different application was discovered by Zimbabwean-born artist Jan Visser, who used to paint mainly in oils until she heard about beeswax.
Jan, what exactly is encaustic art?
Encaustic art is a very ancient form. The word encaustic means to burn in. What you do, you melt the wax on the base of your iron, and the idea is to just... We're good at this, us ladies, because we're pretty good at ironing.
Indeed, in ancient Egypt, Greece and Rome, burning the ironing was considered an art form, and Jan is making a compelling case today.
The wax I use is 100% beeswax. It's imported, and it also is very highly pigmented, and it comes in 49 different colors.
When you consider that bees must fly an estimated 6 times around the Earth to yield just half a kilo of this precious wax, you get to realize this is a touch more special than simply painting with a watercolor kit.
Look at that. Look at that. You're an artist.
I'm a wiggler.
You could use a hot pen with a drawing tip, hairdryer, heat gun, hot tray, whatever melts your wax.
Well, I think my day of honey and hives has been quite an eye-opener. Now, anybody who thinks that I should have my artistic license revoked, buzz off.
Singing the praises and sounding a warning about our extraordinary and endangered bees, stand by for SA Rocker's Men of the Moment, Mersey